What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're going to be talking about TikTok's worst mother, also known as Bri Olsen. Now, about a month ago, if you happen to see my video about Ash Trevino, or TikTok's most hated mother, there was a clip in there showcasing Ash while she was in a kitchen on TikTok Live, expressing how she's in the, quote, Bad Moms Club.
We're the Bad Moms Club. Bad Moms Club. Bad Moms Club. Bad Moms.
Now, who is that lady that's standing next to Ash in this video, you may ask? Well, it's none other than the culprit of this video, Bri Olsen. And at the time of me making that Ash Trevino video, I had no clue who Bri Olsen was up until recently. You see, Bri is basically one of those girls who sells her soul on OF in exchange for views and money, which is totally cool, you do what you want, but she also expects to reap the benefits of living a traditional lifestyle. In other words, this girl is basically tramping around, getting drunk, while trying to be a traditional mother at the same time. Obviously, those two things don't really go together, and it's important to mention that this story also entails a guy named 2K, who I actually used to watch on TikTok a few years ago when he was doing his barber content.
What did you just tell me?
I'm engaged.
To a girl?
Yeah.
That's lit.
Bri and 2K would end up having a kid together, but all this would do is cause a multitude of issues. Now, 2K doesn't seem like the best guy out there, but he's definitely got a way better idea of being a parent compared to Bri. And for the sake of this video, I won't really be diving into too much of their relationship because A, I don't really care, and B, it's just a bunch of he said, she said. So we're just gonna be focusing on Bri for the most part. You see, Bri Olsen is an OF creator that was born on May 27th, 1998, making her 26 years old as of me making this video. And as of right now, she has over 2 million plus followers on TikTok, and her claim to fame was posting swimwear content for the thirsty masses. Eventually, she'd meet a guy named J2 Crisp, who is also known on TikTok as 2K. Like I said earlier, these two ended up having a baby whose name is Winter. But it didn't take long for the relationship between Bri and 2K to fall through the cracks, which ultimately led to a drama-infested and terminally online feud between the two of them. Oh yeah, and a custody battle. Obviously, this wasn't good for anybody, especially their child, Winter. And as time went on, things would just get worse and worse. Now, it's important to mention that both 2K and Bri are from the state of Texas, which is also where Winter was born. But as we know, the City of Angels, also known as Los Angeles, California, is the perfect home for an ethot like Bri Olsen. And there was nothing stopping her from wanting to live her best life. She was getting drunk, partying, while also trying to portray a positive image in order to reap the benefits of being a responsible mother. Now let's just watch this clip of Bri Olsen being featured on none other than Jack Dingleberry's Kickstream. And before we watch, just ask yourself this question: is Bri being a good example of a mother?
I love doing illegal shit. My bad. Oh, that's kind of.
And we were in LA one time. We were supposed to go to the pub with them, but I didn't go.
So you know how Malone? So you know how my best friend turned down Malone's so her man made more money than Malone. That's why Malone apologized to him. So they both went to prison at the same time. So the feds are still looking for a Lambo truck. We're hiding that bitch in that fucking garage.
What the fuck? Go feds.
Obviously, the answer to the question I just asked y'all is no, because what mother in their right mind is running around on a yacht with Jack Dingleberry of all people to then explain how she's hiding a lamb truck in her garage from the feds, as if it's some type of joke? To be honest, this doesn't seem like the demeanor of a traditional and involved diaper bag wearing mother that Bri so desperately wants to portray herself as. Instead, she does a pretty good job at painting herself as a careless and reckless mother who cares more about the validation of a complete loser like Jack Dingleberry rather than being a mom. And I just can't help but mention how despicable of a person Bri Olsen really is. She reminds me of that one girl at a bar who's always super loud and obnoxious, dancing on the countertops just so every dude in there knows of her annoying presence. If you know, you know. And some of you might think I'm being a little too harsh, but the fact that Winter was indeed on this yacht surrounded by alcohol and drunk people just says enough.
Just bring the baby on the yacht.
Holy shit. That's so fucked.
That's the obvious solution.
Is it not?
No, you wouldn't take your kid on a yacht?
Not there's like a bunch of drunk randos on the yacht. The fuck?
It's not randos. We're all fam.
Spring break, it's gonna get sick. You gotta leave it in like the incubator.
We're gonna get a nanny on the yacht, obviously.
A nanny on the yacht?
Bring the baby and the nanny. We're going at 5. Wait, why don't you just bring the nanny and the baby on the yacht?
I don't have a nanny.
Oh.
Loki would be viral if she came.
Yeah,
Wait, why can't you bring your baby? I don't understand.
I can, but
Call her out.
I
She's
don't know
always
what's
yelling.
like.
So to stop.
Guys, should we have Toxic come with the baby?
Yes.
Yes, come, bring her. Bro, we're gonna be doing, we're all of age, we're all drinking, nothing, like, it's fine. Nothing is, like, an unfit situation, don't worry.
Alright, I'll let you guys know in a little bit.
Alright, we're gonna send you the address.
Get her a floaty.
Bro, she said she's gonna bring the kid on the yacht.
Yes.
Obviously, after watching that and hearing Jack of all people showing proper discernment for Winter is genuinely surprising, and I think we can write that off as a rare Jack W. Listen, I gotta give credit where credit's due, but the fact that Bri is favoring the idea of bringing Winter on this yacht with a nanny to watch her so that Bri could just go party and get drunk is absolutely wild to me. Because if we boil the situation down to what it really is, this is basically a club on water, and in my opinion, Winter should be nowhere near that boat. It just goes to show where Bri's priorities are. While being a mother of a literal baby, she'd rather go get drunk than go be a mom. And what if I told y'all, this is not the last time that Bri would potentially put Winter in danger? You see, eventually Bri would find herself spending a lot of time in LA hanging out with other problematic TikTokers. One of them being Santos. Yes, the same 19-year-old who dated Ash Trevino while she was in her 30s. Now, both Bri and Santos would end up hanging out a lot, even getting drunk in the very same room that Winter's sleeping in at 10 a.m.
She got that walk.
This mofo.
I
turned it down.
I wouldn't know though.
Go, check it. Check it. Okay, well, give me some. Santos.
Well, let me put more water in it.
Bitch.
Now, obviously, drinking at 10 a.m. while your baby sleeps in the same room just proves my point on how lawless Bri Olsen is. And this isn't even the crazy part, because as Bri's globe tramping around, she's also recording OF content in the same house as her baby, which has got to be illegal, right? And speaking of illegal, Bri was specifically told that she's not allowed to leave the state of Texas with Winter, according to court documents. But she decided to just up and leave from Texas to LA, bringing Winter to an adult content house known as the MILF house, which is literally borderline kidnapping. So not only is Winter surrounded by adult content creators, but also alcohol and potentially drugs. Now, in this next video, Bri basically just proves my point.
Bro, Santos does not do drugs. Drugs do him. I'm just kidding. Look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what certain people do if it doesn't affect you. How about that? As long as people are being safe, then, you know, whatever their vices are their vices, and we're no one to judge anybody else.
I just love how Bri's claim is so baseless. Even if Santos isn't doing drugs, I think that guy should be as far away from Winter as possible. Because in this next clip, Santos pleads with Bri to try and pull a prank on Winter. Yes, you heard that right. Santos wanted to, quote, prank a baby that has no way of defending itself. Now, you're probably wondering what Santos is thinking in that smooth brain of his. Well, his idea was to splash water on Winter to wake him up.
Fill up a pot of water. Oh, wait, where's the water gun?
Should we prank Winter and
I don't know.
spill
Fill up the water
on
gun.
him?
Fill it up.
Bri, should we prank Winter and like splash him with water?
After watching that, I just can't even believe that this was brought up into the conversation. Who in their right mind would go out of their way to prank a defenseless baby? And doesn't Santos have his own kid running around somewhere that he should be taking care of? It's just so frustrating watching people like Bri Olsen, Ash Trevino, Santos, and that whole entire niche of creators making a decent living online while being the absolute worst parent to their kids. Like, this Santos dude just pisses me off, not gonna lie. Then we got Ash, who wouldn't even buy her daughter beds to sleep on, and now we got Bri Olsen, who is probably the worst of them all at this point. Now, the craziest part of Bri deciding to take Winter from Texas to LA is the fact that she knows that she wasn't supposed to do this in the first place, because 2K's lawyer served Bri a message stating that if she were to leave, it would directly violate court orders, as you can see here.
I've seen content you've shared on social media suggesting that you intend to pick Winter up and take him back to Los Angeles. Please be advised that is a violation of the court order. Should you fail to exercise the entirety of your visitation time in the state of Texas, we will be filing an ex parte motion for the immediate return of Winter for you to have professionally supervised visits only moving forward. Doesn't say that I'm going to jail though. Just says they'll file something.
Now, the worst part of watching that video is seeing Bri laughing about this, as if the whole entire situation is a joke to her. Like, you'd think she'd be taking this situation at least a little bit more seriously, especially now that lawyers are involved. And speaking of lawyers, while I was doing my research on Bri, I ended up finding a clip of a lawyer that was talking about this situation. And let's just say, it's not looking too good for Bri here.
She has Winter in a home where they film adult films. This shows you the type of person that we're dealing with. She doesn't respect the rule of law. She doesn't respect the order. She doesn't respect the judge. So even though, remember, we have strict requirements to hold somebody in contempt, we do know that she has knowledge of it. And she does have knowledge of it from a judge. She has knowledge from a judicial officer, aka 2K's attorney. She has knowledge about that. She's essentially taken the child, though the case is out in California, she has taken the child out of a state where visitation was supposed to occur. She's crossed state lines in violation of a court order where her visitation is supposed to occur. And she violated it by introducing her to a new partner, which is in violation of Section 15 of the stipulation and order. So he can file an ex parte saying, look, judge, she is essentially just flipping you off, not caring about an order. And if she doesn't care much about an order, then he could file for an ex parte for immediately sole legal and sole physical custody of the child, of Winter, and request that all visitation be professionally supervised at her expense. And this is something completely idiotic for this woman to do. This is fucking crazy, man. This is crazy. Yeah, it is sick.
Yeah, so obviously Bri is just 1 second away from having some sort of serious run-ins with the law. And at this point, that almost sounds inevitable. But this is where the story takes a pretty wicked turn. Because if there's one thing about 2K, he does not play around when it comes to Winter, and he was going to get his time with him, whether Bri liked it or not. So eventually 2K decided to up and leave Texas to fly to California in an attempt to bring his son to safety. So when Bri found out about this, she began to freak out, while also milking every last second of this situation, pretty much recording everything. And to be fair, this was happening on both sides. Both 2K and Bri were basically publicizing this whole entire ordeal for the internet. For example, when 2K was rumored to be in LA, he had over 50,000 viewers in his TikTok live, leaving everyone wondering if today was the day that he'd finally get his son back. Then we have Bri over here, who took to social media and explained how she's, quote, prepared for 2K and the police to arrive, while flexing water guns. Yes, water guns.
It's always some new
We're
shoes.
filling up a water gun.
I always have a
Ready.
new shoe on my bed, though.
Can you at least tell him to pull up in a Lambo? Winter doesn't deserve to be in anything less than that. We're looking at everyone who's coming down, guys. Big old truck just drove by, guys. I'm stressing? No, I'm basking in the sun right now.
Oh my god, I didn't know. Yeah, it is. Where?
It's okay. Guys, look what we have.
Down your freaking voice next time, okay? Shut your bitch.
Pull up on me, bitch, I dare you. Babe, look.
Hey,
This is for anyone that tries to pull up.
Spray my head, spray my head.
No, the baby's...
Exactly. If you would have sprayed me, I would.
Yeah, bitch. You're not getting my fucking son.
I just love how Bri's like, make sure 2K pulls up in a Lambo because Winter doesn't deserve anything less than that, when Bri literally pulled up to the MILF house with Winter in a Kia. Anywho, while all of this was taking place, 2K was confirmed to be in LA, and it's important to mention that there were hours of back and forth from both 2K's sides of the fence as well as Bri's. Basically, like I said earlier, they were presenting this whole entire drama to the world, and eventually it got to a point where 2K was in the neighborhood waiting for police presence so that he could go get his son. And it didn't take long for this situation to absolutely erupt, because both Santos and Bri's boyfriend, who goes by the name Itai, decided to be a white knight for Bri. And just to show you guys who Itai is, I found this video that might leave you disturbed, so viewer discretion is advised.
Being a bad boy.
I know.
He peed on my bed, babe.
I'll beat his ass. Come here. You
No! He's so cute! Itai! They're gonna cancel you.
No, he's just a baby.
He's just a baby! We will? Bruh, Itai!
What?
They're already canceling
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so obviously this guy can't be the best guy if he's willingly treating a puppy like that on camera. Like, does bro seriously think that picking on a little puppy makes him look hard? Mind you, there's no way Itai can be stupid enough to not know that Bri's on live. So just think about what this guy would do behind closed doors. I just don't even want to imagine. Now, after some time, both Itai and Santos decided to hop in a car to try and flag 2K down, while also following 2K around the neighborhood. But then the cops got involved. And when that happened, the police decided to stop both Santos and Itai, which led to Itai getting arrested for a GTA charge, as you can see here.
Okay, what is
He's fine. They're just giving him a hard time.
Okay, but Itai's a fucking act up. He's Santos.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure why these two soy boys took it upon themselves to even get involved with this situation, because from the outside looking in, these two dudes are just white knighting for Bri Olsen, when it's blatantly obvious to the majority of the internet that she's unequipped as a parent. So this whole entire ordeal just makes them look incredibly stupid. And what's even crazier is Bri was also apprehended by police not too long after this took place as well.
Hi.
Who's Brianna?
Why?
You're Brianna?
Yes.
We need to talk to you.
Roger. 49.7. Hey guys, just back up a little bit. Just back up a little bit more. Just back up.
Oh, okay.
Free Bri.
Hey guys, just back up.
Free Bri.
Stand right there.
Oh my
Guys, back up. Hey bud, just back up. Stay right there.
Baby. Can we get the baby? Can we get the baby?
Like, Bri literally went out of her way to not only disobey court orders, but also basically kidnapped her baby, then chose to walk outside with Winter as if it's just a normal Tuesday. And it's safe to assume the person behind all of this police presence was most likely 2K or his lawyers. Yeah, so obviously this is just so sad for Winter, but Bri loves every second of the attention. In this next video you're about to watch, the MILF House hooligans were celebrating that they got a kick deal to live stream on that dumb website after monetizing every waking second with Winter.
Hold on.
I would never let my boy.
He hasn't even read the email. Read the email. You have no idea.
We have a new one.
Oh yeah, what does that say, brother?
No, that's not the right one.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Go down. Kicked him.
This one?
Kicked him.
Oh my god.
What did it say? What did it say? What did it say?
This one?
No. Go back.
wait,
Go back.
Bro, look.
Right here. Wild Child Bri kick.
Let's go.
We broke the internet. Look. Kick partnership team.
Yeah, cake partnership.
So we got it.
Eventually, the police showed up with 2K to the MILF house and demanded that Winter be handed over to 2K, as you can see here.
Are you guys legally required to remove the baby from our custody at this very moment?
Get my fucking breakfast and waffle. Dumb nigga. Because you're trying to make me hand over my son to an abusive man who stalks me. It's my parenting time. And why would I want to do that without knowing for sure?
She hasn't seen her child in a month. It's a 1 week. Yeah, we're not letting them inside the house.
Hi. Guys, if I...
Guys, wrong house.
They pointed at me.
Wrong house! It's this one!
So when it comes down to going to court, this is kind of stuff that you're gonna have to present and show the judge. Hey, I listened to the police officers. They told me I had a court order. I brought my child out.
Yeah.
I wasn't against it. Was I maybe not informed of something? You can say that, okay?
Okay.
And that'll help you in the future for whatever.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions for us?
No, just make sure they're not rambunctious.
Oh, they're not.
All right. That's really good. Oh.
Well, I have one else.
Stay in the car, stay in the car, stay in the car, stay in the car.
Good boy.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Bye, Winter. I love you.
Come here. I got you. Come here. Oh, hi.
Here's his ointment.
Weirdos.
You need anything from us?
Other weirdos.
You need a business card? Yeah. Can you go back up there now? You don't need it.
Do I have to?
Yeah, we let.
I just want to make sure they get the fuck out of my neighborhood. Bye.
We let them stay away. So.
Bye. Bye. Leave my neighborhood. Bye. You're not allowed here. This is a tax bracket. You cannot drive up this hill if you're broke.
Now, what sticks out to me in this video is the police officer basically guiding Bri through what she should be saying and doing to make this whole entire situation easier on her. And I don't mean to be nitpicky here, but aren't police officers prohibited from giving legal advice? Because to my understanding, their job is to enforce the law, and a regular police officer lacks the authority to give legal advice. Like, maybe this guy is actually a lawyer? Or maybe he was trying to get inside of Bri's pants or something. Who really knows? But that was definitely interesting to me, so I wanted to include it in this video. Especially when the whole entire internet seems to be leaning on 2K's side of this situation. At least when it comes to Winter and who he should be staying with. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad Winter is now safe with 2K and 2K's mom, who is helping take care of the baby as well. You see, I honestly thought that Ash Trevino was TikTok's most hated mother, but at this point, I think Bri takes the cake. And it really frustrates me seeing yet again another TikTok mom who values views over the livelihood of her kids. Because you'd think after holding that baby in the womb for 9 months, you'd begin to slow down on the party lifestyle and go be a mom, just like anyone else. But in Bri's case, she lives her life the exact opposite way. And what's sad is there's quite a few people on the internet, and maybe even in the comments of this video, where people will literally defend her, which is actually insane. And honestly, in my opinion, there's an epidemic going on in our world when it comes to these reckless lifestyles, as well as meshing that type of lifestyle into an online persona. You see, Bri is not only petty, but she also seems a little crazy.
I am going to check myself into a mental hospital next week because I have plans this weekend. Y'all know I love to go to Poppy Fridays, and I have plans this weekend, okay? I'm going out of town.
Yeah, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And it seems like all she cares about is furthering her career. Now, what's sad is a lot of the people defending her are women, as if Bri is some sort of a role model, which is highly concerning. And I honestly feel bad for the traditional girls that are growing up in this age, because everywhere you look, there's grown-ass women on the internet flaunting these types of lifestyles, basically glorifying the aura of being a home wrecker, a crash out, and a bad mom all in one. Get that head, get that bread, then leave. Peace out. My point is, there's far more bad role models out there than there are good ones, especially for women. And to be honest, I don't think there's enough people talking about that. At the end of the day, I just hope humanity figures itself out. In fact, we're all doomed until we accept Jesus in our hearts and let the Holy Spirit do God's work. Can I get an amen? Anyways, that's about all I have for you guys today in terms of Bri Olsen. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed and a dislike if you didn't. Also, let me know what you think about Bri Olsen and this epidemic of terrible TikTok moms. As always, thank you so much for making me a part of your day, and God bless.